Hey everyone. So I wanted to go ahead and record my first video of 2021. Of course, I do hope that everyone out there is staying safe and staying healthy. These are definitely difficult times. I know that a pandemic during the holidays is a real way to have our spirits dampened if we let it, but at the same time, I think we all have a lot to be grateful for. I think we have a lot of reasons to be optimistic moving into 2021, and I think that all we have to do is stick together and help each other through it. Now, I do have a couple of quick announcements to make to get this started. First off, I want to remind everybody that my collection of poems, The Goats Have Taken Over the Barracks, is still available for pre-order through www.finishinglinepress.com. I do hope that you check it out. I think it's a pretty excellent collection. I've worked very hard on it. Also, though, I want to make an announcement that I do have an approaching virtual reading with the poets Jeff Harden and Jesse Graves. I met Jesse Graves a long time ago now while I was a graduate student at the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, and we were colleagues together at the university for quite some time. And I have to say, I'm tremendously excited at the opportunity to reconnect with him through our work, and I can't wait to get a chance to share the stage with him. Jeff Harden is a poet I met through the Meacham Writers Workshop, and he deserves a notice as perhaps the single most dedicated poet I've ever met. As far as my understanding goes, he has written a poem a day for multiple years now, and every time I encounter his work, there are always breathtaking images, striking insights, and I'm absolutely thrilled to get a chance to work with him again. So that event is January 21st at 6:30 p.m. If you are interested in attending, simply email me at andrewnyberg@utc.edu, and I should say Andrew-Nyberg@utc.edu. You can also message me through Instagram at Andrew Nyberg. You can contact me through Facebook at Andrew Nyberg Author. All right, so that being said, I do want to go ahead and turn to today's poems. The first poem, and all three of these poems are going to be Tennessee themed. The first poem is out of my collection, Easy to Lose, which was published by Finishing Line Press in 2008. And this poem was about my initial reaction to a bizarre phenomena here in Tennessee called the 17-year cicada. Living up north, I had never encountered these before until the year that, well, the whole world seemed to be absolutely buried in these tiny little chirping insects. So this first poem is called Why Sing? It's okay. You don't need to answer. Not much to say with no mouth and a life that lasts a week after you crawl from the ground. Except don't live or die fast. Out of chrysalis pockets among the earthworm labyrinth, you writhed with frantic legs into a morning mist among cedar chips and leaf bits. 17 years of hibernation, gestation, preparation to become a vestal flare of spring's sound on the underside of that burnt-out bulb. A flurry of translucent wings in a world of consumption. An exoskeleton that collapses in the mouth of every other thing. All right, and the other two poems are going to be out of my collection, The Goats Have Taken Over the Barracks. This first one is called Aeration. The fist of quartz with mica veins in the corner of the garden. That is where the praying mantis croons vespers at dusk. If I sit in one place long enough, everything becomes religion. Bibles writ on parchments of cirrus. If I believe in the streetlights, I don't believe in the haze their light throws its body into. A body isn't corporeal just because it's physical. Otherwise, that would be my skin and what covers my rib cage. This insufficiency rifles me. On my street alone, I'm certain that many candles sigh smoke tendrils, some burned to the stand. Flickered gypsies dance atop pools of wax and pencil tips of blackened wick. In the window, all across the skyline, ghosts resurrect in wisps of perfume, tinctures of tannins that linger, a brush of coarse fabric, and 10,000 tiny gods. Birth in the hearths of the minds of the sleepers as nights go out. Every second, the world re-weds. So, in the honeymoon of starlight, I learn how to strip clothing and keep my clothes. And this last poem is one of my favorites out of the collection. It's one of those that I keep returning to when I try to think about the aesthetic and mood that I really hope to capture in a lot of my work. This poem is called At the Center of It. Something always keeps things from where they want to be. Copper sheets keep slugs from gardenias, nets the birds from the berries, and the roof bays the rain. In the driveway, a ragged cat sizes up the trash bin, smells the tuna cans, the scraps of salmon, rotting chicken, turkey bones. Every night, she sits and licks her chops, combs her whiskers with her paw. Sometimes she hops to the top, scratches the smooth plastic, not realizing that her own weight holds it shut, just as in all things. Lord, how I itch to step forward and take hold of the railing, to make something happen. But how I fear that if I do, nothing will. Until then, the smell of cooling soil under wind, through dandelion stalks, rustle of wisteria leaves, the soft click of a streetlight dousing. Electric buzz slips from the air like thread from a shirt. The neighbor's dogs don't bark, all for me. Thank you very much, and again, remember to check out the collection at www.finishinglinepress.com, and please come join me for the virtual reading on January 21st at 6:30 p.m. with myself, Jeff Harden, and Jesse Graves. All right, thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye.